Hi everybody, this is Beachcricket, and I'm in my bus. Shuttle babe. Anyway, today's video, you're gonna love this one. I have been entertained by a mouse for probably, I think, a couple weeks now. And I'll show you what I mean by entertained. Just wacky stuff. And Jack's gonna share a story about his experience with mice, and we're just gonna have fun with this, okay? Yeah, mice are not fun, but hey, you gotta laugh at this stuff. I mean, they're disgusting little rodents. I don't like them in my house, but you know what? We're on their land, their home, and when it gets cold out there, they're going to come in. I mean, you can keep the neatest, cleanest place ever, but they're still going to come in. So, here we go. Stay tuned for the fun. Okay, my friend Bob, who is such a sweet guy, he gave me this, and what they are is they're actually fertilizer, and they come in tablet form. Let's get one out of here. Well, you know, little capsules like this. And you can see that the mouse had a field day going in here. There was the residue and everything in the cabinet that it was inside. I'll show you the cabinet. You're not going to believe it. I mean, I've heard that mice can climb, but this is a closed cabinet too. I didn't know how they got in there. But anyway, I'll show you that. Now this is my clothes cabinet up here in the front. And it's magnetic. And I guess they could go through these little creases right here. But anyway, see, it's just a cabinet. There's some right here. I didn't get it all. Let's see if you can see it. Residue, yeah, where they got into the capsules and we're enjoying some goat poop. Who would have thunk it? All right, but you know, it was up here, and I heard a sound. You know, you hear the ch-ch-ch-ch, and you're like, oh no, one got in, and you're trying to pinpoint them, and then, you know, I have a big flashlight. Let me share that with you too, because it's wonderful. But yeah, so they got in there and they had some goat poop. I bought this with my Christmas money that was sent to me. Thank you. You know, the two of you who you are. But anyway, it was $40. This thing is so fantastic. It comes in 4 different speeds. Well, 4 different levels of light speeds. Oh, the sound of light. The speed of light. I'm silly. I'm retarded. Anyway, that's what's fun about being a goofball every now and then. Anyway, I love this thing. It's wonderful. It charges the USB right there. And man, I tell you what, when I hear the ch-ch-ch-ch, I whip this thing out and direct hit where the sound is. And the other day I did, because I haven't gotten rid of this little tiny thing, and I did see it. It was the tiniest, I mean cutest little thing ever. I was like, oh my gosh, I hate to kill you. Would you please leave? But anyway, I went right over here, and I saw something move right in here and go in there. Y'all, I didn't even know there was a hole here, and that's where it went. I was so shocked. So yeah, and my trusty light caught it. Saw the body going in there. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this tool. And it's great because see the little legs here, it can turn. Let's let it turn. It can turn and sit there. And I found this at Walmart, y'all. It's the best. I've wanted a good quality like flashlight that when I go to, different camps at night, you're going to different fires and you need some kind of light that's safe that you can not trip up on the rocks in the desert or, stones or roots or when you're in the forest, all the above. And so this thing is really working out really good. And it caught that mouse going up there. And I was like, oh my gosh. Ah, I didn't know they could do that. Especially as little as this thing is. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But I want him to go. Last night, there were no sounds. So it was warm yesterday. So I'm like, maybe he decided to leave. But I don't know. Fingers crossed. But I'm going to show you and tell you some other funny things with this mouse. Okie dokie. So this is another thing that the mice have gotten into. See, it's just the paper. This is a Damn It doll. And I had a friend that gave me this. She makes these actually. And she has a little card here. And it tells you what you do. Basically, it's when your team screws up and you're mad. You use this Damn It doll to slam it everywhere. Take out your frustrations. So I was so glad that they didn't do any damage to it. Nothing. It's just perfect. Just like it always has been. Just right there on the card. Now I think the most funniest antic that the mice have done is this is my beading tray. It's just a square tray. And I had beads on them. And they were all gone. And I'm like, what? And I didn't think much of it. I just thought maybe I dropped them somewhere or I put them up and I just didn't remember it or something. But then I found out where the beads went. They went inside my hiking shoes. I picked them up to, put them on my feet because I was going on a hike. And I heard a rattling in there. And inside the shoe were the beads. And I couldn't help but laugh because I guess they thought they were food and carried them and stored them inside the hiking boots. Da, 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 da. So, my little mouse has been playing all kinds of fun games with me, keeping me entertained, for sure. Now you would think having a puppy dog in your bus, and I have two, you would think that they would be deterrents. And this one right here, Roxy, she usually alerts me if anything is amiss. And in the past, when we've first experienced mice a few years ago in the bus, this one would not sleep. She would run up and down the bus, bark, carry on. It was, I'll never forget it. But you were trying to do your job, weren't you? Yeah, Roxy was trying to do her job and be a good dog. Yeah, she's a good alert dog. Love her. Love the rocks. Anyway, now, when they come in, Roxy doesn't even give them she don't even care. Do you? Nope. Don't care. Yeah. That cute face. Okay, everybody, and on the mice stories, I'm going to be telling some more, but Jack's got a good one, so I want to share it with you. Tell him, Jack.
Okay. When I first moved up to Maine, we had bought a camp. It was a 16 by 20 camp. And we were sitting there in the middle of the winter with the stove going, and I heard scratching on the wall or something. So I got down to the point, I says, well, that's it. I'm going to take the paneling off to see what's behind it. Well, when I did, there was dozens of mice just jumping out of the wall. And I jumped up on the couch screaming like a girl. Yes, I did. I did. There was so many, and we had a cat, and she went nuts. She didn't know which direction to go to. I mean, I was up on the couch screaming, go get him. We were grabbing.
Cheering the cat on.
We were grabbing fly swatters and everything else to whack them. Trying to get rid of them. There was so much that I took a dustpan just to scrape the stuff off the inside of the wall, the insulation, and it was pee soaked all through everything.
Oh my gosh.
And by the time I got done, without a lie, I had a 5-gallon bucket, almost 3/4 full of mouse poop, using a dustpan to scoop it up. But yeah, that was only one panel, 4x8 sheet.
Oh.
And I ended up tearing the rest down because where there's one, there's many more. Sure enough. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. What a nightmare.
And my wife at the time, she's laughing because I'm on the couch screaming and she's dead.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, when they jump all over you, hey.
I would have been out the door running for several miles.
To, but I had nowhere to go.
It was cold outside.
So the mice were going.
Oh, that is too crazy.
I'll never forget that. That was a trip.
Oh,
that was a challenge.
Yeah.
To see that many, and when people say, "Oh yeah, I've had mice in the walls," I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I like that story, so that's why I wanted to share it, because I'm having numerous antidotes with this. I've only seen one. It's a tiny little thing, but last night there was nothing, no mouse at all, no sounds, no nothing. But I do have it baited out here, inside around, where the dogs can't get to it.
This one that come out, and I call him the leader. Because he had big ears.
Oh, my goodness.
And it would come across the beam.
Oh.
And just look down at me. And I go, oh, so you're the leader.
You got to be taken out.
When you take the leader out, then you can take the pack.
Yes.
So, yeah, we chased him for a while. Because he was watching us. And I didn't know it at the time. Until I caught him.
Yeah.
And yeah. But he was cute. Cuteness isn't always good though.
No, my mouse is
especially when they
real
eat everything.
Yeah, I'm not having problems with nothing, no food. It's just they're just getting supplies, like
building their nests so they can get the supplies.
Paper. That's exactly right. Yeah. And I don't want babies in here.
And if they're little, the bigger ones are behind somewhere.
Oh God, I hope not. Anyway, I thank you for sharing that story.
You're welcome. And hey, if you can have a laugh or two from it.
Yeah, we got to have chuckles in our life.
I can scream like a girl if I want.
That's right, you sure can. I would have paid to see that one. All righty, thanks. So I had to resort to the decon. I really didn't want to do this. I have tried Tabasco, dryer sheets, Irish Spring, a lot of the essential oils that they don't like, I've done that. And it just really has not helped at all. So I had to resort to buying this because that little mouse is is not really, it's not eating anything that I know of. I mean, I've checked all my stuff and it's perfectly fine. Nothing has been touched. It's just pulling these little antics of entertaining me by, finding places to get paper and cloth to build a nest. So this is a refillable station, and what you do is you put the bait inside, and so that's to hold it so that they don't run off with it. And there's like a hole in here for them to get inside to eat, and a hole over here inside to eat. And that little thing, it's been probably, I don't know, maybe probably a week that, no, they have not, it's nothing. It's been bounced around, moved underneath. Because you have to put these near the wall, because mice run against the wall. So with no luck with that, I decided to use the refillable bait by itself. Put my gloves on, and I put one at one point against the wall and one at the other. And I did that early in the day, and that night I heard nothing. It's like, wow, maybe they got in there during the day when I was out and about doing stuff. And I didn't check it. I didn't check to see how the bait was. And I thought I'd wait another day. And anyway, so last night, nothing, no sounds, no nothing at all. So I checked it. And this refillable bait, it is gone. The two that I put out, gone. So they ran off with it. So then that kind of made me a little nervous. I was like, okay, so do I have a little mouse somewhere dead? And so I've checked the entire bus, and there's no mice. There's no activity, because, I mean, I have been cleaning the heck out of this to make sure that I could see any kind of droppings or anything, as I'm progressing to get rid of this mice. And there's nothing. So, I don't know if they ran off with it outside to a nest. And, man, it's just amazing, though, that they took off with them. And so, hopefully that scenario is over with. They've entertained me enough, and with their antics. It's just so weird, this scenario. The one I had before, it did some damage. It was trying to eat food, and, well, it did eat food, not trying. And but this little teeny mouse, I've seen it. It's really cute, and it has not eaten anything. Nothing. Just paper. It took 2 scarves. It destroyed 2 scarves I had. And part of a towel. It destroyed a towel because it was getting material for a nest. So that's the only thing that this little mouse has done. But, you don't want all your clothes destroyed or anything like that. But it was finding things like paper and whatever and cloth to build a nest. I'm sure of it. So, hopefully, it took this and went to its nest, and it's staying there. And it won't be in a livable situation, because if he's eating this, it's pretty certain that he's not alive. So, anyway, that's been my fun, epic story of the mice entertaining me in the shuttle bus. Now, one of the reasons, because I know you're going to ask, I don't like the mouse traps. They're just so gross. I just don't like them. I don't like putting the bait on there. I don't like it when you catch them and, to see it dead on a trap, that creeps me out really bad. It's like, and I don't even want to touch it And so that's why I tried this kind of bait. I've never done this kind of bait before. Um, I really don't like, you know, they're God's creatures. I really, and this is their land, but I just don't want them in here, you know, causing havoc. And it's this one's just been kind of entertaining, but you know, I've had them in the bus before where they have done a lot of damage. They have eaten all my produce up, just all kinds of stuff. And so, you know, it's just I don't want to share my bus with them. No, thank you. Go outside and play. Anyway, that's the video. Hope you it is what it is. We have been very entertained, but we want them to go now. It's like having, you know, company over, and they do their antics like on holidays, and this has been a holiday that this one's been in here. And now it's time to go. So, wake up and live, people. Have your adventures. Enjoy your life. Nomad life rocks. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Give this a thumbs up and ring that bell so you'll know when I make a video. Alright, see you guys later. Bye-bye.